Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope you're all having a great morning so far. We've made it to the end of the week.
Indeed, last punch of the clock.
Yes.
TGIF, whatever works for you. We're almost there, and it's nice to be able to come on and say the weekend looks good. Chilly mornings, cool to mild afternoons. Depends on your perspective. When I say 66, what does that make you think? Apply that. To me, that's kind of coolish.
Yeah.
That's the way we'll be the next few afternoons. Dry through the weekend. That changes next week. Some much needed rain chances coming our way next week, so I'm going to dig into that. Talk about Melissa, potentially powerhouse Melissa. Still a weak storm this morning, but that is expected to change. And there's a lot of folks in the northern Caribbean islands who are glued to that storm. This could be a catastrophic hurricane for some of those areas down there as we get into the weekend early next week. So I'll talk about that. We're still looking good, by the way, with Melissa, but all that coming up just a bit.
All right, well, that's good to hear. Good to hear that the rain is staying away from the weekend.
Yeah.
I feel like we always deserve a beautiful weekend out there.
Yes,
so
we
glad
do.
to see it.
Yep. Yeah, and again, the mornings are going to be chilly, but the afternoons should be fine, so we'll kind of talk about that. Lots going on into the weekend. We still have a bit of an enhanced fire risk, but the winds are going to be relatively low. I'll be burning this weekend, but I just like to keep that hose nearby just in case. Once the winds start picking up, the fire risk is going to jump up. But the winds, as they pick up next week, hopefully accompanied by rain. If we can get the rain that I think we may get next week, we'll ease the drought a bit, ease that fire risk as well.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into the rest of your forecast, Jim, we do have a story. Yesterday, the Carteret County Sheriff's Office announced that their jail will no longer be offering in-person visits. That'll be effective November 1st, so next Saturday is when this will go into effect. So the way you can visit any inmate who may be at the Carteret County Jail would be through a video call. So this is a new program for them. They typically have offered in-person visits. I know a few county jails around the east already offer these video calls to people, but we did talk to the sheriff's office and a few other people just about what this change would look like. And I know that they're also looking to add some fees to these calls as well. So what impact that could bring to these visits and the phone calls as well. So let's take a look.
Beginning November 1st, in-person visits through the glass with inmates will no longer be available in Carteret County. The sheriff's office is transitioning entirely to digital visitation. For some residents, this news is disappointing.
For somebody who is incarcerated, it is very imperative to get the face-to-face contact with your loved ones. It means a lot. It helps you get through a tough time, and you can get real lonely in there.
But others think it's the right move.
So the digital thing is a good thing. That way nobody is in danger. The inmates aren't in danger, and the people visiting aren't in danger.
The shift is far from unique, with many other jails already implementing their similar systems. Carteret County Sheriff Asa Buck emphasizes the convenience for visitors and a reduction in staff burden.
This will be a much more convenient process for everybody all the way around, for the inmates, for the family members and visitors who come down here, and will also take a tremendous burden off of our staff with regard to inmate movement.
Buck adds that the often loud and busy in-person visitation booths were a challenge. Now inmates will have increased opportunities to connect through the PayTel system.
Visitors can schedule video calls through the comfort of their home.
Or use a kiosk at the sheriff's office during lobby hours. Inmates are provided with tablets which serve multiple purposes beyond communication.
So more tablets per inmate, and then that way they have more time to use that tablet for educational purposes, reading books, and also for the phone calls and the video visits that they'll be able to conduct.
Yeah, so like it was discussed there with Stephen, these video calls are going to be through kind of like a Zoom-ish looking platform. I think the program's called PayTel, but you'd be able to do this from your home computer or your smartphone. But if you don't have either one of those available to you, you can also go to the jail itself, and they'll have kiosks available where you can do it from the jail itself. It's just you won't be able to visit them in person anymore. And I think what Stephen said in that package is that inmates will get one free 15-minute phone call for the week, and then any other additional phone call, there will be a charge, 30 cents a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Initially, I thought it'd be tough if you had a loved one in there and you couldn't physically look at them, but I love the aspect of those who maybe don't have a car or have a hard time getting to the jail. You've now got a way
Right.
to have that meeting at home
Yep.
without worrying about getting transportation that way. So I guess there's pros and cons here.
Yes.
But yeah, hopefully it works out good for most folks in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, let's talk weather now.
I'm going to start off with the marathon tomorrow.
Sure.
Are you ready? You feeling
I'm
good?
excited. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, you get those jitters sometimes
Yep.
when you're thinking about it. I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I can't believe I wore heels to work today. I'm afraid I'm going to trip and fall.
That's a good point,
all
yes.
those things in the back of my mind, but I'm really excited.
But physically, as far as pre-race training or where you're at as far as
I think I'm in a
conditioning,
good spot.
I think
Compared to the
conditioning
last
is-
one
yeah.
that I did,
Okay.
I'm feeling good.
Good. Good. Well, wish you luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
I will not be able to attend, but those of you who are going to be in Emerald Isle, give Gigi a wave. Your race starts at what time, Gigi?
8:35.
Okay.
Yep.
She'll be hitting the roads at 8:35. I think the first race starts at 7 a.m.
Yep, that'll be the marathon.
Okay, and they'll be going right through midday into the early afternoon. Sunshine abounds, offshore winds, and that's great news for all the runners down there. Dry air, low humidity, sunny skies. 50 at 7 a.m. We climb through the 50s by 10 a.m. and Gigi's running. How long will it take approximately?
My goal is
Approximately.
under 2 hours.
Under 2 hours.
This is the goal this year.
So you will be running at 10 a.m. 61 degrees, sunny skies, north at 10, and then by the time things are wrapping up, 67 on the thermometer. All right, so yeah, give Gigi a cheer tomorrow. Great weather down on the coast. The tropical update, boy, what a contrast to what's going on in the Caribbean. There's Melissa. Melissa is still a tropical storm right now. Winds are at 45. This thing has not strengthened in the last 24 hours. And look at the moving at 0. This thing is sitting, excuse me, sitting there right now. And that could be good news for Jamaica if it can drift a little bit to the south. Some of the models do show that happening. That's the latest track from the National Hurricane Center. Jamaica is the island very close to the track there. Right now expected to maybe go just a little south of the island as a Category 4 hurricane, major hurricane with winds potentially around the center of that storm, pushing 140, 145 miles an hour. 156. If they get over 155, you've got a Cat 5, the highest, most intense hurricane you can get. Looks like it may stay just below that, but regardless, this could be a catastrophic storm for somebody down there over the northern Caribbean islands as we get into the late weekend. By the way, Jamaica, last time they had a landfalling hurricane, 2012. Sandy came through the eastern portion of the island as a Category 1. So it's been, what, 13 years since a hurricane's made landfall there, and hopefully those numbers continue, those years continue to click on. Hopefully they don't take a landfall. Sunday, Monday, if it does come across the island, you can see the data, the model tracks all clustered around Jamaica, Sunday into Monday, and then we finally see that northward lift that we've been talking about, north to northeast, as we head into Tuesday, Wednesday, and then racing out to sea. Everything still shows the east coast of the U.S. doing fine. All right, we should be in pretty good shape with this storm. Surf may pick up a little bit late next week, but that's all we're seeing. If I'm in South Florida, boy, am I watching closely, just in case the storm does manage to get a little further to the west before making that turn. It could clip the Florida Keys or extreme South Florida and the Bahamas as well, under the gun. All right, let's come back home. So that's Melissa. In our backyards, quiet the next several days. We're looking good. Chilly start, cool finish with those 60s later. And again, 70s will be tough to come by for a while. Fire danger outlook down to medium. Winds not as strong. Generally staying under 10. That's going to help, but the ground is so dry. We're in moderate to severe drought status out there. At 8 a.m., I'll pull that drought map up, the updated one. So be very, very careful if you're going to be burning out there, and I know a lot of you will be, me included. I'll be burning leaves this weekend. Keep that water nearby. Be safe, be smart if you're going to be burning. All right. Get into the satellite radar and the forecast for you. Got a few clouds coming through during the overnight. They're out of the coast right now. I'm leaving, headed off the coast in the next hour or two. So blue skies will warm these 40s up nicely late morning into the afternoon. Right now, though, it's chilly. Got a few 30s on the map. There is a frost advisory back towards Rocky Mount, Tarboro, Scotland Neck this morning. But it looks like you've stayed frost-free out there. All right, wind a little bit, 5-ish out of the north. We'll go 5 to 10 on that wind this afternoon. Again, just shy of 70 by a click or two later today. Map looks good. If you're walking the beaches, mid to upper 60s. Surf temp is chilly, 60s in the surf. 1 to 2 foot waves. Got a high tide coming at 9 a.m. this morning. Model data, and again, looks good. Those few coastal clouds exiting, headed off the coast. Sunshine abounds this afternoon with air temps I mentioned in the 60s. It's going to get chilly tomorrow morning. By the time the sun comes up tomorrow morning, I'll put another pause point there. Around 7:30 a.m. tomorrow, I think we'll have widespread upper 30s inland. With that in mind, if you have plants outside or anything tender, I would say maybe put a cover over it or get it inside. Well inland. Highway 17 to the coast, you're fine, but well inland, that chance for a little touch of frost tomorrow. It's unlikely, but it's not out of the question. Tomorrow afternoon, staying sunny, air temp back to the mid to upper 60s, and then we get you into Sunday. Watch the clouds start to increase Sunday. Clouds bring no rain, though, so don't worry about rain on Sunday. More of a mixed sun and clouds into the afternoon. Rain starts to show up Sunday night, and then I think Monday we're going to start getting wet. See good rain chances actually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Prolonged period of rain chances from Monday through at least Wednesday, if not into Thursday. Still working on the details there. It looks like maybe an inch plus of rain. If we get a pretty good storm forming on the coast, we'll end up exceeding 2 inches and really ease the drought up a little bit. That's not a guarantee right now. Still working on the details there. And then we get to Halloween. The rain's out. Skies clear out for the kids. Temperatures maybe upper 30s when the sun comes up Halloween morning for our costume contest. The afternoon temps in the 60s. To me, that's nice for Halloween. Coolish, clear, and dry for the ghosts, the ghouls, the goblins as they hit the streets late Friday. Now, again, that's a long ways out. All right, so if things change a bit, don't get mad at me. Stay tuned to the forecast, see how things evolve as we get closer.
But it is nice to see that for now, it looks like we're going to, I don't know, what was that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll find out after something just hit the ground.
But it's nice to see that we do need that rain coming in, but it looks like it should, for now, kind of be out of the way for Halloween.
It does, yeah, and out of the way for this weekend. This is a Monday to Wednesday deal into Thursday, perhaps. That's questionable as well. And again, in and out of rain. Those numbers I showed you, those percentages are going to go up and down. Timing of the rain, how heavy the rain is, how much wind we get back in here. These are all still question marks.
Okay.
But I'm saying plan on rain, in and out of it, Monday through at least Wednesday. Could be heavy at times, especially near the coast.
All right, well, just enjoy the weekend then.
Yes.
We have another beautiful one ahead of us. Just want to say hello and good morning to everyone who's watching us over on Facebook this morning. Good morning to Penny from Vanceboro. Hope you also have an amazing day out there. Like you said, we need this rain coming on Monday, but do enjoy the weekend. Good morning to George and Susan from Stumpy Point as well. Enjoy the weekend. It's going to be beautiful out there. Get outside. You may just need a little jacket if you're heading out anywhere early in the morning. But
or go run a marathon tomorrow in Emerald Isle.
Could do that. There's also a 5K option. You don't have to do the whole thing.
What about a walking option? Do we have that?
Maybe like outside of the race course. If you're going to like spectate, you can do a little walk.
Weather's going to be great for you.
Awesome.
Enjoy that.
That's really great to hear.
Go root around.
All right. Well, we'll be back again for another news and weather update at 8 a.m. Hope you can join us then. But otherwise, have a wonderful Friday and enjoy your weekend.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.